The limited edition Target Generation 8 Elysian barrels. I'm Jen Mounts with azdarts.com, and I'll be doing yet another review and unboxing of the next generation Elysian darts. I'll be covering the overall concept of the 8th edition darts, the manufacturing process, and design like cuts and coating. This year's design concept was inspired by the tension of opposites. Pull the tab up to open and you'll see a proper hardback collector's book this year, taking you on a journey to understand the darts better and the creative vision behind the Elysian barrels. The front of the presentation box gives us a glimpse into Target's versus theme, exploring light versus dark, new versus old, etc. Notice the crazy color contrast going from the dark chrome and rust to this teal green. Past the foam section on the left, you'll discover the barrels, and the color scheme this year was inspired by the contrast of old versus new. Starting with the front section, it features a PVD silica coating that is sandblasted, representing the old. This unique pattern is meant to replicate the natural element of rust. Not only does the color resemble rust, but I think Target went so far as to make this section feel like rust. It's a little irregular and very sharp. No matter what direction you run your hand along the front, it's going to be incredibly aggressive. So up, down, coiling the dart, spinning it in your hand, it's all the same. And the reason being are these small, sharp little edges that go around the divots. They create tons of bite. I give this section in the front a 5 out of 5 for grip intensity. It means business. And again, it's this elongated hexagonal pattern that has these deep divots in them, but those sharp edges that outline it, they came to play. Moving on to the rear back half section, this is a uniquely sculptured grip area contrasting the front with a shiny chrome PVD coating extending all the way into the shaft. It's all representing the new in the versus theme. The rear contrasts the front in texture, feel, and grip intensity. It's much smoother, so I'd give it a 2.5 or 3 out of 5, depending on the roughness of your hands for grip intensity. The 8th edition is fitted with a brand new Swiss storm points in silver to match the chrome section. Of course, the Swiss technology allows you to swap out for your preferred point of choice. You can learn more about the Swiss point interchangeable system with our other video review, but moving on, this is the first time that Elysian darts have upgraded with the 8-flight proprietary system. We have a titanium 8 shaft, coated in the same chrome as the rear, and an 8-flight clear shape flight with the custom Elysian logo. Clear is pretty cool how it showcases the shaft threading into the flight. And if you're unfamiliar with the 8-flight system, we did do a video review quite a while back, so learn more from our other video, just click the link in the description. As always, Elysian darts start with a 95% tungsten billet that gets shaped into the barrel. And then the milling takes 55 minutes per barrel just to form the grip. Then they're coated, and that doesn't count tapping the thread for the Swiss point and the titanium shaft. It doesn't include coating, packaging, or assembly. Elysians are priced the way that they are not only because of the extensive R&D, but because of the concept art, the design, and the perceived value from darts consumers and collectors, etc. But I'd say primarily because of the milling, pushing the boundaries of what machines can do and what the human engineers can think and create. You might be wondering what else comes in the box, always slightly different from the year prior. If you look to the right past the foam, there's a brand new sculpture piece serving as functional art. You can freestand a single, or they can all interlock together. Keep in mind, you need to corkscrew twist counterclockwise to pull them out. 3 separate steel pieces come together to form a display stand. The design of the stand resembles the chrome rear section grip pattern on the barrel, and one of the 3 pieces displays your unique set identifier showing you what number out of 200 sets you purchased. Finally, if you pull open the center green box, you'll discover an extra set of 8-flight number 2 flights, extra shorter 26mm storm points, and an exclusive Elysian 8 Swiss point tool for the steel tip version only. Okay, we're ready for some throwing action. Start by gripping in the rear. Pretty consistent grip in the rear section of the barrels where I typically hold. I think the front would be a little too aggressive for me, but I'll try it in a minute. Let's try one more round of 20s. Really hear that clacking from a tight grouping. Can't quite seem to hit the $140s or 180s, but that's okay. We'll move on to my favorite segment, go for some bullseyes. We can get a tighter grouping than that. So far, I like the consistent grip all throughout the rear. It's very easy to release the dart, open up my hand. There it is. Let's switch it up, move on to the 19s. I'm going to have to continue gripping in the rear of the Elysians. It just fits my throwing mechanics a little better because of the length and weight of the barrel. The front is just a little too aggressive for me. And by a little, I mean a lot, because I did rate it a 5 out of 5 for grip intensity. I have baby smooth hands, so smooth barrels tend to work a little better for me in terms of release impact. Let's finish up with some doubles. Pretend like I have 32 remaining. Outside. There she is. One more for good measure. All right, let's conclude the throwing action portion. I do wish I had the soft tip version. You can always flip the soft tip barrel around as long as it's 2BA and try the different grip profile reference points there. I know for a fact it would be too aggressive for me being a 5 out of 5, but it would have just been fun to give it a shot. I wasn't able to grip anywhere other than the rear just because my dart, the way my throwing mechanics are, the weight of the dart, etc., it always just landed with a huge drag in the back. So I wouldn't want to risk any bounce outs there. But throughout my practice session, no bounce outs for me. Storm points were going in very smooth, impacting the dartboard, no problem. Able to get tight groupings. And overall, very happy with the feeling and the grip and being able to release the dart very easily with this kind of staggered hexagonal pattern in the rear. I'm definitely a fan. Too aggressive for me in the front, but Americans over time are seeing a trend that they're looking for more and more aggressive darts. So it's an interesting option for those that actually want to throw these. And for those of you unfamiliar with the 8-flight system, it is a huge upgrade. As you can see, because of the threading and how they interlock together, you can't pull the flight off of the shaft. I would not normally opt for a clear flight, but it is really cool that you can see the shaft threading into it. So that is pretty neat. And you're going to see aesthetic wear and tear. However, they're very durable molded flight and shaft system, and they're proprietary. So keep in mind, they only work with each other. You have to get the flight and shaft together. But major retail upgrade and performance upgrade potentially for those of you that want to give 8-flight a try. Overall, it is always super fun to throw a collector's item because they're really not only meant to be showcase pieces, but they're engineered in a unique way that creates a unique throwing experience. So we're always happy that our buddy Nate will let us borrow his personal set to review each year. In summary, every year a limited run of 200 sets of steel tip and 200 sets of soft tip darts get made. So whether you're a collector or you want a showpiece to display or you actually want to throw these darts like us, grab a set while you can. They're found on our website, a-zdarts.com. Just click the link in the description. I hope you all enjoyed this review as well as the rest of the Target 2022 launch. Thanks for watching.